In today's video, Trafalgar Day parades literally stop the traffic. How much money can I earn off a full charge of electric? And we play another round of Guess the Fare. Hey, good morning, you gorgeous crazy cats out there in YouTube land. It's Sunday the 19th of October and autumn, look at the golden colours of those trees, has settled into the UK. First of all, I've got something to show you. Now, when I want to charge up my taxi, I have to go sort of like half a mile in that direction towards the centre of Ealing, because that's where the nearest chargers are. However, just up here, let me show you, we have new charging points. And I'm still trying to work out the name of the company. Is it Believe, with some sort of new type of spelling, or Believ? I think it's Believ, maybe a French company. And there we go. And there was the cab, which I charged up last night. As you can see, that charge last night that cost me £12.77 has given me 57 miles. That works out roughly about 23 pence a mile I've paid. The range extender is going to kick in for the rest of the day and take me to the end of my shift. But I was wondering, how much can I convert that £12.77 57 miles into on the streets of London out jobbing? First of all, switch over to electric only and let's find out how much 57 miles will earn me on the streets of London. Fortunately, there were no winners for Guess the Fare in the last episode. That was a double drop. It went from Park Lane to Oakley Street, then Oakley Street to Notting Hill Gate. The price came to £41.80. Better luck today, folks. Let's see how this EV business actually makes me money. And off we go. Normal routine, guys. Heading west into town towards Shepherd's Bush Green. And we'll head for my favourite hotel, the Hilton Kensington. Pretty much chaos when I arrived at the Hilton Kensington. 2 cabs already in, 1 pulling off. This one was way down the Holland Park Avenue and still jumped in front of me. Anyway, that's not going to bother me because it's the Hilton Kensington. As long as I can get on, I'll be happy. Which I did, and I am now second on this double cabbed rank for the first job of the day. Just 5 minutes it was before this Mercedes moved off, and I was getting in on job number 1. And what a job it was. Well, I can't complain with that, can I? Leave on left Holland Park Avenue, comply Shepherd's Bush roundabout, and leave by Shepherd's Bush Terminal 2, first job of the day. From my favourite hotel, left onto Shepherd's Bush Road. We're heading south now towards the Hammersmith Gyratory. For those of you who haven't joined me on my escapades in my taxi around London, please consider subscribing. It's totally free. And you can join me and my escapades in my black taxi, journeying to parts of London you've never seen before and parts you might have seen before. I publish every fortnight and your support of the channel is very much appreciated. Right, we're on the Great West Road now, going past the brewery on the left, Fuller's Brewery. Apply Hogarth roundabout, leave by Hogarth Lane, forward Cedars Road, forward Great West Road, forward Ellesmere Road, and then we'll get vaulted up onto the Chiswick flyover. Nice morning, but there will be some rain later. It's forecast. Okay, heading down the Chiswick flyover now. Before you know it, we will be jumping on to motorway number 4, the M4. I'll be putting my right foot down until I hit the national speed limit of a whopping 70 miles every hour. Heading in a westerly direction, heading towards Terminal 2. A little bit of rain already, you can see on the windscreen. And just to remind you, I am running on pure EV, not smart mode or save mode. So the miles that are getting eaten up on this particular journey are rapidly decreasing because being on motorways, it really does eat up your charge. So comply Junction 4, leave by left Heathrow Spur Road. Heading in a southerly direction now towards the Heathrow roundabout. Go past the A380 on the right. Forward tunnel approach under the northern runway now, and then out of the tunnel approach and left into Cosmopolitan Way, up, right and left onto Constellation Way, left and right, airport approach, set down and left. Great start for today, Kensington Hilton to Terminal 2, Heathrow. I was on pure electric there, so that really ate up some miles. Going to head back to Hammersmith now. Right, Hammersmith bound we are. You know the score. We head out onto the M4 and we just head back towards Hammersmith. And Hammersmith, I normally jump on the rank there. That is a 4-cab rank. But today, disaster. No jumping on the Hammersmith rank. So forward and onwards we go. Hammersmith Road, Addison Bridge and onwards on to Kensington High Street. Still, I did not get a bite until I got onto the Kensington Road, past the Albert Hall, and I was waved down for job number 2. Hi,
Eccleston Square, please.
Okay. Off we go to Eccleston Square. 4 passengers in this job. There are 2 of the Homo sapien variety and 2 of the K9 variety. Obviously staying in the left lane there. The bus lane gets me moving down towards Sloane Street and the junction at Knightsbridge Scotch Corner as quickly as I can. Anyway, big problem coming up. Gasworks, no right turn, Sloane Street, U-turn. Left Savile Street, past the hotel, Carlton Towers Hotel, Comply Loud Square, forward Loud Street, and then forward Session Place, bare left Lyle Street, heading down through Eden Square now. Plenty of Thomas Cubitt architecture around me. Forward onto Elizabeth Street. That's fairly easy going today. Not too much traffic until Mr. National Express jumps in front of me. We'll wait till the lights jump over to Elizabeth Bridge. I'll set down on the right. Thank you. Okay, job number 2 completed. Well, a fairly good start to the morning so far. Just 2 jobs, but one was an airport. But the bad news is, running off EV, I'm gone from 52 miles. I'm now down to 30. Just need to point out that this taxi is 5 years old and the electric that goes into the taxi is not as much as when I first got it. I was around the 70 mark then. Anyway, we are down to 30, so let's stay on electric and just see what I can get out of the rest of this charge. Head up through Eden Square, Grosvenor Crescent past the Peninsula, High Park Corner, and then, well, trapping a job outside the RAF Club. Hello, sir.
Good morning, the Savoy Hotel, please.
The Savoy Hotel. Well, we'll be driving on the right in a minute for all of you overseas customers who drive on the right, just to make you feel at home. But at the start of this journey, we'll be going forward Piccadilly. Forward Piccadilly, then right onto St James's Street, and then left Pall Mall. Pall Mall is taking us all the way easterly up to Trafalgar Square. Now, there's going to be a little hiatus in this journey because I didn't know it was Trafalgar Day. Naughty me, a very important date in the calendar. And lots of Navy personnel will be marching across from the Mall over into Trafalgar Square and doffing their caps towards Lord Nelson on Nelson's Column. Forward Pall Mall East here, doing a right turn, getting myself down to King Charles I roundabout, and then I have stopped. Well, let me turn left, and then the police will stop me. A gentleman in a push bike comes out and says, "You can't go any further," because there's going to be a big parade. And this is where it all starts. I'll give you a few seconds of what that sounded like. 500 Sea Cadets crossing over into Trafalgar Square. I informed the passenger I would not be charging him for this waiting time, and I took the money off at the end of the journey. Okay, onwards and upwards. They passed and we were off again. Nearly there, Comply King Charles I roundabout. We'll leave by Trafalgar Square east side, right down Cannon Street, bear left into the Strand. Coming up to the hotel, right turn on the right lane, driving in on the right, and I'll set down on the right. Welcome to the Savoy. There we go, the only London thoroughfare where you're mandated to drive in on the right and out on the right. Have a look at an episode I did about this particular unique thoroughfare in one of my earlier videos. Click on the description, right-hand corner. Okay, left turn here on to the Strand. The Strand takes me down to Trafalgar Square, but I didn't make it down to Trafalgar Square. No taxis at the rank in Charing Cross Station, so, well, jump on in and let's see what we get for job number 4. So,
yeah, we'd like to go to the Gordon Ramsay's Bread Street.
Yes, we're going to Gordon Ramsay's Bread Street Cafe or Bread Street Restaurant, and it's actually on Bread Street. Yeah, there's lots of little thoroughfares around London that are named after food. Pudding Lane, Bread Street. Tell me in the comments below if you know any other thoroughfares and streets that are named after food. I know a lot of you taxi drivers will know plenty. Right onto the Strand, obviously. Head in a easterly direction. Gasworks on the right, holding things up. Left, doing a horseshoe arch all the way around the Old Witch, and the Old Witch will take us around to our little left turn. There's a little private road that gets us cabbies and buses into Fleet Street a little bit earlier than the rest of the traffic, so that's a bit of an advantage. Carry on heading in a easterly direction towards Blackfriars. We'll jump over onto Ludgate Hill towards St Paul's Churchyard, the majestic cathedral in front of me. Head down the south side of the cathedral towards Cannon Street, and once we get onto Cannon Street, there's a little bit of fiddling about with some small, very old Roman roads into Bread Street. Left Bow Lane, left Watling Street. This is Watling, and then do a right turn onto Bread Street. All right, job number 4. That was Charing Cross Station to Gordon Ramsay's Bread Restaurant on Bread Street. There we go. Pure EV, 25 miles left. Making my way up through Bread Street and then left up towards Holborn. Holborn will take me to High Holborn and over the Holborn Viaduct, of course, to get there in the first place. Rain starting and was forecast today. Anyway, shot down Fetter Lane, then onto Fleet Street, where job number 5 was waiting for me. And yes, we're off to that big department store that sells fridges.
Hi.
Sell fridges, please.
No problem, I'll get you there.
Wonderful clarity of destination recited there by that passenger. Then forward Fleet Street, we're going to go past the RF Church on the right onto the Oldwich, right onto the King's Way, heading in a northerly direction as if I were going towards Euston Station, but I will not be doing that. I will be jumping onto a left turn before I get anywhere near the Euston Road. Get up to the lights here at Holborn Station, wait for my left turn, and I will get out eventually because I've got the bus lane. And now that left turn has been executed and we are travelling in a westerly direction now on High Holborn. High Holborn is fairly busy going past. Oh yes, it's time to play Guess the Fare. How much do you think Fleet Street to Selfridges will come to? On my meter, I will give you more details at the end of this journey of how to play Guess the Fare. However, winners will receive a fine woven Marks Taxi Life keyring. Anyway, we went for St Giles High Street, right Earnshaw Street, left New Oxford Street, forward Oxford Street. We're going in a straight line now. Straight over Oxford Circus. The rain really is coming down. And that's going to make me a little bit busier at the end of the day. Okay, heading up towards Marble Arch. I'll set these customers neatly down on the left with Selfridges on the right.
Thanks very much.
And that was Guess the Fare. For those of you who haven't played before, it works like this. The flagfall starts at £4.20 and then the fare increases in increments of 20 pences, 4.40, 4.60, 4.80, not 10 pences. How much do you think Fleet Street to Selfridges came to today? Oh, and remember, it's tariff 2. I'll let you know the answer in the next episode. Okay, it's raining. And it's raining enough to definitely affect the run of play today, so expect the afternoon to get a bit busier. And within a minute of dropping off, I had picked up again on Oxford Street, forward Oxford Street, left North Audley Street, right Green Street. Nothing green about this street until you get to the end of Cedar Park. Left Park Lane, head now in a southerly direction. We're off to Harrods, Selfridges to Harrods, well, Oxford Street to Harrods. This is a bread and butter job. If you're a London cabbie, you will do this job a million times in your lifetime. I think I might even have Selfridges to Harrods chiseled on my gravestone. Or maybe even better, he did go south of the river. Yep, taxi drivers, let me know what you'd like engraved on your gravestones when you're pushing up the daisies. Okay, comply Hyde Park corner, keep it light, Mark. Leave by left, Knightsbridge. And forward we go towards the Bronton Road, and these gasworks are going to prove to be a pain. And they will be a pain for the next few weeks. Anyway, I can see you, Harrods, glistening in the distance. I'll set you down nicely on the left. Oxford Street to Harrods, job number 6. We're looking at 17 miles left on the electric charge. So we're coming to the end. And we weren't coming to the end as far as jobs were concerned. I was just heading down the Brompton Road up towards the McDonald's and picked up. Off to the Pestana Hotel on Chelsea Bridge Road. From the Brompton Road, we do a left into Beauchamp Place, or Beauchamp Place, or how do you say that? Someone tell me, please. For Pond Street, right, Cadogan Square. We'll exit Cadogan Square by Cadogan Gate, right on to Sloane Street. Once the traffic goes past, head south now towards Sloane Square and all the way around in a clockwise direction. Leave by Lower Sloane Street. And Lower Sloane Street gets me to the lights at Royal Hospital Road. You've got the Royal Hospital on the right, the new swanky apartments on the left. Staying south now, this is a busy road now because of the Battersea Park's power station facilities, which draw a lot of people in at the weekend. Forward Chelsea Bridge. I think there are still some roadworks heading down the south here, Queenstown Road. Left of the hotel, sit down on left.
Thank you very much.
Great. Question is, do I wait here for a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes, see if I can get something back over the river? It would make sense. It is raining after all. Okay, I'll give it 10 minutes. Well, it turned out to be a good idea. Just waiting there, someone did pop out of an apartment. Sure.
Anything to Jamaica Cousins?
Jamaica Colton, yeah, no problem. Yeah. Well, it's better than going back empty, isn't it? Comply the hotel roundabout. I'll jump onto the Queenstown Road, but this time in a northerly direction, reversing the route I've just come. Heading north over Chelsea Bridge, jumping over the embankment and then on to Chelsea Bridge Road. Chelsea Bridge Road takes us up to Lower Sloane Street, and that's exactly what we're doing, reversing the route we've just come down to. And then before you know it, we'll be on Sloane Square. Head around Sloane Square, north onto Sloane Street, and then to finish this job, we're going to do a right into Cadogan Place once I get that right turn past Pond Street. And I will jump into the hotel forecourt and set these passengers down on the left.
Thank you.
Brilliant. So it was worth waiting there at the Pestana, and I don't know if there's someone else has just come. I don't know if there's another taxi waiting at the rank there. Let me just check. If not, I'll wait there for you.
There isn't.
Oh, is it empty?
Yeah.
Okay, jump in then. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, the Colton Towers does have a taxi rank outside, but because of the rain, there were no cabs on it, and I just wanted to make sure I was not picking up whilst there was a cab behind me. I would have got myself into a lot of trouble then. So I left by Cadogan Place, Ford West, Howking Street, comply Belgrave Square. Leave by Grosvenor Crescent, past one of my other favourite hotels on the right, the Peninsula. 6 or 7 star, I'd put that one at. Comply Hyde Park Corner. Traffic's not great, is it? Partly because it's raining. Left onto the Park Lane. Anyway, this job was going to St Christopher's Place to start off with. Please don't forget to subscribe, folks, if you're enjoying the content. There we go. Nice bit of graphic there. Heading north. Left and right Cumberland Gate gets me round. What was I saying? It's going to St Christopher's Place, but then they changed to Uniqlo, which is further down Oxford Street. No problem. We can change at a moment's notice as London cabbies, so all we do for this job is head in a easterly direction towards Oxford Circus, and the rain and the buses are holding us up a little bit, but that doesn't matter. We got there in the end, and I set down on the left. The total for the amount of miles I've got left, I've got 12 EV miles left. We're still on pure EV. So in the next 45 minutes, they'll probably be gone, and I'll be flipping over to the range extender. Made my way forward to Oxford Circus, left Regent Street, and then I left here past All Bar 1 on the right onto Margaret Street. And I thought, well, the nearest rank to me from here is the John Lewis rank. Let's give that a shot, shall we? After a few minutes, I was off Ford Henrietta Place, right Wimpole Street, and then left on to Wigmore Street, now heading in a westerly direction towards Lancaster Gate. Bit of an incident coming up. Hang on, keep watching, folks. It happened just around Connaught Square. So heading past Portman Square and now going into Seymour Street. We're going to cross over the Edgware Road on to Seymour Street again, and a cyclist was coming in the right from Connaught Square. Electric delivery bike, really motoring, realised he had to stop at the stop sign because of passing traffic like me, and slammed on the anchors and started cartwheeling like you wouldn't believe. The amount of vehicles that go through that stop sign through Connaught Square is unbelievable. It's one of the most dangerous junctions in London. For Connaught Street, left onto Hyde Park Street. We just went through Connaught Village there. And then right on to the Bayswater Road. Heading up towards Victoria Gate, bit of traffic. We're through the lights fairly quickly, actually. Green, and one red. On the Bayswater Road, right turn into Lancaster Gate. We'll head right and left, set down on the right. Thank you very much. And it's looking like, well, coming to the end of the electric charge. 8 miles left, maybe 2 jobs. Oh, maybe 3 small ones, you never know. And bizarrely enough, someone came running out of the Columbia Hotel, which I didn't even know was functioning still as a hotel. So they called me in there and they wanted to go to Cotton's Restaurant on Notting Hill Gate. A bit of a tight squeeze to get in. And I think I've only ever picked up here once before. Apparently, a long time ago, lots of famous rock bands used to hang out at the Columbia Hotel and get up to all sorts of mischief rock stars. Mischief? Who would have thought it? Okay, we went left and right, Lancaster Gate. Heading west on the Bayswater Road, forward onto Notting Hill Gate. It's just a straight line, this job, really. And we're going to go forward Holland Park Avenue. And the restaurants on the left are set down. That was job number 11. A little job, but little jobs can lead to bigger things. And indeed, it did. So he had a £20 note. I didn't have change for that. It was a £12 fare. I said, oh, just give me £10. I could see he had £10 there. That was fine. Next minute, he's going, do you know what? Take me to the airport in the morning. Trading off the £2 for an airport job in the morning is well worth it. It was an about turn for me on Notting Hill Gate. Heading eastwards now past the Queensway on the left, then Lancaster Gate, retracing my steps from John Lewis along the Bayswater Road and then Marble Arch, and a right turn again down Park Lane today, where my next job was waiting for me.
Oh, sir.
Please.
Well, without boring you lovely people, this is a replica of a job we did earlier. Like I said, these jobs at Oxford Street, Marble Arch, Selfridges and down to Harrods, they happen a lot. Traffic's roughly the same as it was before. It's a replica job. But head down to Hyde Park Corner. You know the score. All the way around Hyde Park Corner, then left onto Knightsbridge. You've seen this all before. The gasworks are still there. They're still causing a problem for me and everybody else in London. Bear left on the Brompton Road. Now it's that time of the afternoon where Harrods is getting busier and busier, and I'll set neatly down on the left if I can get there, which I finally do.
Thank you.
Job number 11, and we are getting low on miles. It's turning into squeaky bum time. Right, I am going down to the wire for you guys today to see how much I'm going to get out of this full charge. So Brompton Road, then Cromwell Road, and then it's got to be my last job waiting for me on the left.
Hi. Where would you like? Sorry.
Sherbert Road, please. The Sherbert.
Yeah, this is certainly going to be the last job on electric, I can tell you that. Leave on left Cromwell Road, left Gloucester Road, right Coalfield Road, left Ashburn Place, that's where we are now, right Weatherby Gardens, Glendale Road, right, actually that's Glendale Place, and maybe right Old Brompton Road. Now this is the line that's going to get us all the way up to Sherbert Road. I am running on vapours at the moment. I'm looking at 1 mile of electric on the clock. Get up to the North End Road, dance around the double roundabout, and then over onto the Lily Road. Looking for a left turn onto Ralston Road, then right on to Sherbert Road. But the traffic down here, it was a massive standoff. The passengers were telling me this happens practically every Sunday with the double parking. Anyway, got there in the end, right turn. I'll set these guys neatly down on the left.
Thank you, Brett.
Thanks very much. Have a great day.
There you go. And my electric charge is completely over. I am now on the range extender. Okay, so I got 13 jobs out of a full charge that cost me £12.77. It lasted me for 5 hours and 28 minutes, and it netted me a total of £225.40. And I've still got another 3 to 4 to maybe 5 hours to go. So I'm on the range extender now. Thanks for watching today. Leave any of your comments down below. We now roughly know at the weekend how much that type of charge will make me. But remember, it's tariff 2, so a slightly higher tariff at the same time. Leave your answers for Guess the Fare in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button, notifications. Until next time, I'll see you back here.